Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Signing with Omar. Today's video is all about ASL phrases and signs you must know within the deaf community. Are you ready? Let's get started. Let's start with the very popular sign, I love you, and I will show you two ways of doing that. My preference is I love you. Now, the other way that you've probably seen it out in the deaf community or just out and about is this, love you. Basically, what you're doing is you're taking your thumb, extending it out laterally, then you'll take your index finger and your pinky, that's extended upward. Now, the ring finger and the middle finger are basically touching the palm of the hand, and it's directional. So if I love you, I could just go, I love you, or maybe I love God. That is the two ways of signing, I love you. Another very common phrase or question that you'll see out in the deaf community is, what is your name? And when I say it was, your name is what? You need to know how to respond to that, and that would be is my name, and then you would finger spell out your name. In my case, it's Omar, and I also have a deaf sign. So I would respond, my name, Omar. Usually followed by that, I would say, nice to meet you. So to sign nice to meet you, I simply take both hands, my dominant hand's on top of the non-dominant hand, and they're crossed on top of each other. Nice to meet you. Nice. Then I would bring both hands, extend out the index fingers. This becomes me, and this becomes you. I would bring them together, and then I would point to you. So, nice to meet you. How are you? Another very common phrase you will see out in the deaf community. How are you? From the side, how are you? Now, to sign that, simply take both hands and make A's. And if you didn't know this was an A, I made a video on the alphabet, so why don't you check that out? I bring the A's together, and then what I do from here is I will bring them forward, and then I will point. Let me show you that again. That's how you sign how are you. A typical response to how are you would be fine, fine, good, good. Here's one of my favorite phrases. What's up? What's up? A lot of times you may look at videos and they do the exaggerated. You don't really see that out in the deaf community. You just, what's up? What's up? And to sign what's up, simply take your both hands, extend the fingers out, but bend the middle fingers. The middle fingers will touch the chest and just flick up. What's up? What's up? This is another very common phrase that you will see out in the deaf community. It's a question. Are you deaf or hearing? And to sign that, you deaf or hearing? And how I signed that was by pointing to the person I'm asking, and then I will do the deaf sign, which is taking your index finger, placing it by the ear, and then bringing it towards the mouth. Now to sign hearing, you take your index finger and do a circular motion in front of the mouth. So let me sign that again for you. Are you deaf or hearing? Where are you from? Another very common phrase that you will see out in the deaf community. So to sign that, what I did was I pointed to the person that I'm asking, where are you from? And then the next thing I did was form the sign from. To sign from, you simply take your non-dominant index finger, point it up and extend it out in front of the body. Then you will take your dominant index finger. It will touch the non-dominant index finger and then draw back and form a hook. Let me show you that from the side. And then to sign where, you simply take your dominant index finger and rock it back and forth from left to right. So let me show you that whole phrase again. Where are you from? You need help? Do you need help? Basically, the sign, do you need help? It's really one sign. You'll sign the sign help. You take your non-dominant hand with the palm facing up, extended out in front of the body. Then you will take your dominant hand, form an A, and rest that right up on top of the non-dominant palm. And then if I'm asking you, I will actually go in the direction of you. Or maybe he needs help. Or maybe I need help. Help me. Help me. What's wrong? Very easy phrase to sign, and all you're doing is signing wrong. You'll take your hand, your dominant hand, form a Y and place that right up underneath the chin. Now, it's real important that with your face, you're showing the question. What's wrong? Now, if you notice, I leaned forward, my head tilted a little bit, and my eyebrows creased downward. What's wrong? See you later. See you later. To sign see you later, basically, I form a K. My middle finger will touch right by the eye, and then we'll go forward. And then I'll do later by forming an L, and almost as if I'm holding the thumb in place, bringing that downwards. See you later, or see you later. Where's the bathroom? Very common phrase you will see is where is the bathroom or the toilet. You basically do the sign for toilet, which is a T, and that rocks right back and forth in front of the body gently. And then you'll do the sign where. Simply bring your index finger, extend it up, and rock it back and forth. Toilet where? Or where's the bathroom? Come here, please. Come here, please. Very easy to do. So, and you will see that a lot. So, to sign come here, please, you just take both hands, point it towards the individual that you want to come to you. Then you'll bend them down and point them to the place you want them to come. Maybe you want them to come to the side or come right in front of me. And then show manners, please. To sign please, you simply take your 5 hand or your dominant hand, fingers extended, and you just do a circular motion on the chest. So come here, please. How old are you? To sign how old are you, simply point to the individual that you're asking their age, and then you'll do the age sign, which is taking your hands, forming fists by making S's twice, and you're bringing them down, age. And then you point back to that individual. So, you, age, you, or how old are you? When is your birthday? To sign when is your birthday, simply point to the individual that you're asking, then you'll do the sign birthday. Simply take your middle finger and that will touch the chin and then go down to the chest. And then you do the sign for when. Simply extend out your non-dominant index finger, take your dominant index finger, place it on top of the non-dominant index finger and do a loop from the side. So let me show you what that looks like all together. When is your birthday? What year were you born? And what I said was, you born, let me show you born, year, what? What year were you born? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. That is something very common that you're probably going to do out in the deaf community. Now, to sign understand, you simply take your dominant index finger and you flick it upwards. Now notice my hand is going up along with the flick. Now to negate that, you simply rock your head back and forth like, no, I don't understand. That is very important that you get that sign down, because there's going to be a lot of signs that you as a newcomer will not understand, and it's important that you let the signer know, I don't understand. I don't understand. On the flip side, someone may ask you, do you understand? Now, notice there's a difference. I don't understand, or you understand? Now, with understand asking someone, you have to lean forward, tilt your head a little bit, and squint your eyebrows down. That demonstrates a question. Do you understand? You understand? Usually followed by I don't understand, you're probably going to have to tell the person that's signing, repeat that again, please. Now to sign that is very simple. Simply take your non-dominant hand, extend it out in front of the body with the palm facing up. Now with your dominant hand, the four fingers are together, the thumb is a little bit outward. You're going to just go and tap the palm of the non-dominant hand. And that's repeat. And then use your manners, please. Repeat that again, please. Now you've told them you don't understand. You've asked them to repeat that again, but this time you may want them to do it slower. Now to sign, please sign slower. You can do it a few ways. Sign, and then go slow. From the side. And a deaf person will understand I need to sign slower. So to sign it again, sign slower. This is another phrase you need to know. Perhaps maybe a deaf person may ask you if you know sign, or you know sign language. You might even see, you know ASL? So let me show you how to sign language. That's sign from the side, sign. And to sign language, you simply make both L's, put them with the palm facing down. Now the thumbs are touching, and from here you wiggle apart. Sign language. Sign language. And ASL is just ASL. So, you know sign language, or you know ASL? If you're new to ASL, you need to let them know that I'm learning ASL, or I'm learning sign language. Learn is very simple. You're going to take your non-dominant hand, palm faces up. From here, you'll take your dominant hand, and you're going to pretend as if you're grabbing knowledge and putting it to your forehead. You do that twice. I'm learning sign language, or I'm learning ASL. Another very common phrase you'll see on the deaf community is, do you have any brothers or sisters? And what I said was, you, brother, sister, have. To sign brother and sister, simply take your non-dominant hand, form an L. Then you'll take your dominant hand, form an L as well. Take the thumb, it will gently touch the forehead and come and rest down in between the curve or the angle of the non-dominant hand. For brother, that's brother. And for sister, you'll take that thumb and touch right over there the angle of the jaw and come down. So this is brother and this is sister. And this is the sign half. From the side, half. Do you have brothers or sisters? Are you married? Very common out in the deaf community. So, very easy also to sign. Point to the person you're asking, and then do the sign for married. Simply take both hands, I kind of bend them. Then with your dominant hand, I bring that over here in between the forehead and the angle of the jaw, while my non-dominant hand stays out cupped in front of the body. Then I bring the hands together. Let's go over some must-know ASL signs. Yes. No. Yes. No. Now, no may be a little bit difficult for you to see, but basically what I did was I took my index finger and my middle finger, I brought them together, and then they come together touching the thumb. No. Good. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Very easy. You just do the letters O and K. Fine. Fine. To do fine, you simply take your thumb. You make a 5 with your hand, and the thumb touches up against the chest. Fine. Fine. Sorry. Very common sign in the deaf community. Sorry. You simply make an S, place it up against your chest, and do a circular motion. From the side. Sorry. Please. Notice the difference between sorry, you do it with an S. Please, you do it with an extended 5 or an open 5. Please. Sorry. Help. Help. Interesting. Interesting. Now, to form or to sign interesting, you simply take both hands, place them up against the chest, my dominant hands above my non-dominant. Now, as they draw away from the body, the middle finger and the thumbs pretend as if they're squeezing up against the chest and the abdomen as they draw away from the body. Here. Interesting. Interesting. And normally with that sign, you'll lean a little bit forward. Interesting. Interesting. Finished. 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 To sign finish, simply extend the hands up and then pivot at the wrist. Finished. Finished. If you learned anything from this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. Last but not least, hit that notification button. If you're interested in also learning more about American Sign Language or ASL, check out my other YouTube videos.